Alright guys, Big Rich here with Ohio Fish Rescue, and it looks like today is the day we're going to move these cichlids over to the Bellagio tank. Josh just showed up here and he's getting ready, he's pulling out hoses, he's getting ready to do this, and I'll video for you. But hopefully get them all done and empty this tank out for more fish to come in.
This is not smelt, this is, actually this is smelt. Thought it was silver size for a minute. So as you can see, I'm just grabbing handfuls. This is 11-pound brick of smelt here, and just tossing them in. The fish will just go bonkers and keep, cleaning them up. These guys are a little bit freezer burned, so they are floating right now. But the fish will come up to the top of the water and clean them up. So I'll throw these in the beginning of the day and let them get picked off before I feed the rest of their feeding. So these guys are getting double feeding today. I am going on vacation, so we're going to go ahead and extra feed these guys. And if something happens to get missed while I'm gone, I am leaving a feeding schedule, but we should be good. So they're going to go ahead and clean up all this smelt. The gar will come up, the arowana, there we go. They'll keep cleaning these guys up. That marble gar over there just got some. I'll go around to each tank until this 11 pounds of smelt is gone. If this stuff sank, it would be way easier, but I got to throw it in little bits at a time so it doesn't get caught in the overflow and the fish actually have time to eat it. Alright, throwing a bit more smelt into the pond. It is floating, so it's going to be picked off slowly. We throw it into this edge of the pond so it has time to float down before it goes into the skimmer.
When you get this, what are they, 1 pound blocks, 3 pound blocks?
11 pound.
11 pound block. What are you going to do with it? You got to throw it in the freezer. Who would think it would get freezer burnt and then start floating on you? I mean, the first couple boxes were great, and then all of these are floating, and our fish ain't used to going up and getting them. They're all mostly catfish. They go down bottom, But we got to do what we got to do. Can't throw it away. Got to use it.
Which I just got the last block out of your freezer inside, so the only thing that's left is the chest freezer now.
Okay.
Really?
Gone. Hallelujah! I got my freezer back in the house.
So while I'm gone, I'm going to have Jerry take a bucket just like this and fill it up, freeze it, feed what you can each day, throw it in the fridge. As soon as this block's gone, do the next block.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'll have him feed the other stuff too.
Well, you just tell me. I'm taking back charge. I'm going to be out here while you're gone, and I'll tell him what to do. You tell Jerry something, and then I come out and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That's not how we do things. And he's like, Josh told me, and I don't want in the middle of this. So just let me know, and I'll run things. I'm a great supervisor, you know that.
Yeah. The gar love them.
They just not used to picking them off the top.
Yeah, it's a training thing. I mean, iridescent cut them up and get them, the arowana.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, that new silicone.
Yeah.
You said it cures underwater. Can I use it to build this wall while you're gone? And make this wall get finished and underneath this stand?
Potentially can.
Okay.
Supposed to cure underwater.
All I'll need is, a dab on each side, and then put the rock between two rocks, and, touch each rock, and then I'll put a dab on it and keep making things with holes in between and just make the wall come up. And none of the big guys can go in there. All the little cichlids can go in there and breed and come out when they want. They don't have like a safe place to go to right now, and they're still thriving. So if we give them a safe place to go to, there'll be a bunch of cichlids in here.
You watched my video the other night. There was a swarm off that back wall.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cichlids in here, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, if we can make it to where they can live and keep going, we can overrun this place with cichlids, and, you go on vacation for 2-3 days, maybe they can get by on it. I don't know. I'm not trying to, feed them, but, nature has a way. I mean, we're not training them to eat the cichlids, you know. We feed them so that they're always full and don't eat the cichlids.
The only thing, I was going to do this myself, but you can't slam a rock down onto that coating. It will crack it off.
Oh, you're talking the bars underwater?
Yeah.
Listen, stop. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'll put some sealant over the bar, and I'll set the rock on top of that and mush the sealant, you know. And I just want to make, you know, like a big C. Comes out, here, can you hold this for a second? Comes out from this corner right here, goes into the middle of this stand, goes across straight, and then cuts back to the steps over there. And in the meantime, to keep the wall from falling left or right, it's going to come all the way up out of the water. So I'm going to silicone rods in there over to this front support, and that'll be underneath the very top of the tank, so you won't even see it. And then the same thing from the top of the rocks over to the wall. I'll silicone them in and put the last row of rocks on top of them and let that silicone dry. Now that wall will be sturdy because there's a support on the end, two supports to the center, and then one on the end. And every one of them will have a rod going to the wall. So there you go. There's our plan. Okay, guys, as on the last video, we're going to keep voting this time. This is the blue on top. This is the black on top. And that would have to be touched up right there. But you see the difference. You don't really see these lines here, and then you got the blue here. Josh thinks that, and I'm going to say the same thing for Josh and his points too, so it's all fair. Josh thinks that because this is blue, that light blue, that the water will be here, and you won't see it because of the water. But we're going to have black lights hanging over it, going all the way across. So these being black, they blend in more. And then when just the interior is blue, it looks like that's the interior. This here being all black is what I was thinking. Josh wants these all blue. So
lights are going to have to be hung from the ceiling, though. They can't go like the old tank. Nowhere to set it on that end. You just have the two.
Okay, they're not going to be up here. They're going to be down here. Whether we're hanging them or setting them on these rods, whatever, they're going to be black lights across there. So
if you hang it, you're going to have a shroud around the light, so it's an independent body hanging above. It won't be attached here. And
either way, it'll still be above there.
Yeah, which I did the same thing on my video.
Now see here,
Wednesday.
it's all light blue.
This tank here, it's painted blue. You have a color that's not blended with it. You see a
none of this is blue. This is all black.
That's blue. Blue.
I understand that, but it's not the light blue. Then now you got contrast that ain't here.
You're not hearing me. If this was the same color as that wall, your eyes would glance over and it would blend more, as opposed to a different color sticks out. It pops.
Okay. This is a different color and it pops. That's what the blue will do on that. Okay, look. Okay, look at this. Chicken wire fencing. You see it, and so you look through it, and you see all this grayness, and then if you paint it black, it kind of disappears, and you see through it and be able to see the chickens inside the chicken coop a lot easier being black than any other color. Black sort of hides away. So that's one thing you got to think of. This is not a good example for us to do what we're doing, because this is dark, and if this board was black, that would blend in perfectly, or that same dark blue.
Got the light blue of the water is what I'm saying. This pole was the same blue as that water down there. It would just blend more.
Don't get it. See, every other tank is trimmed in black everywhere, all the way around the whole.
All that's a moot point. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to fill the tank as is, because we can't paint these black and take them back blue easily. It would take another 10 days for the coating to cure. So we can fill it up blue, see how it looks. If you like it, cool. If not, you can drop it down 6 inches, paint this. It cures in 24 hours.
Another thing I told Josh is we can actually take black duct tape and cover this, on all 3 sides, and make it and cover this, and we can see it black, rip that off, and then see it blue. So we're going to do all that. It's going to be a matter of time, but we're just saying, put on there what you think, because we're going to take your guys' opinion in with what we decide on. But okay, let's go on to the next thing. So I come in the house, and our guests are in here cooking breakfast. Look at this. We got eggs, What's all this over here? Bacon and more bacon. Ham, sausage, cheese. You going to town in here? We're out there videoing. I come in and the whole fish room smells like, you know, bacon. I'm like, That's Sue Ann, everybody. Sue Ann and Deb Charge are here for the weekend. Steve. They were running to an extension cord that went on the side of the house, a 6-pack, and it was out in the rain. So I unplugged and got rid of the extension cord. And I think it was, one was a UV light, and the other one could have been the pump that was in that blue tub. Because both these filters are still running.
Yeah, that was the ionizer. Probably bad.
Well, the 6-pack's definitely bad.
Oh no, the ionizer, the probe goes bad every year. And I'm half tempted just to leave this casing off of it.
Why?
It keeps getting string algae coated in this, and it bogs the pump down every 3 days.
But it keeps the fish from being sucked up to the pump. So leave that back on there. If we want, we can take a bigger tub and put that pump in and, you know, have a million holes through the tub. It would keep the fish away from it and it wouldn't clog up as much. But right now we need that on there as a pre-filter. Do you know that there's little koi up here in the river?
Yeah.
I have no idea how they could have got there. Other than through bird legs. From other ponds, maybe. And you guys can see, I'm now using Tracy's gazebo as a garage for my dune buggy and the four-wheelers. Keep them out of the rain. So I get my barn built back there. Now you can get a comparison of these leaves and how big this jungle is growing here. There's little Josh down there, and he's 6'1". And leaves are about 3 foot long, Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, right as they start growing good for the summer, it's time to take them in. Okay, how many babies we got left?
To sell, there's 4, but there's 5 left in here. This one's spoken for, and then these 2 are on hold for a couple of months until we get
You
them
pointed at
well.
one.
This one?
Oh, this one.
And that one.
Okay, I see.
Those guys are like 5 days old.
It's funny that the littler ones are like a month old, and the big ones are 5 days old.
Yeah, well, them albinos came from a mom this big, as opposed to the other one came from a mom this big.
Yeah. They get better at it as they go.
Yeah.
But they're still so cute.
I just dumped in a bunch of beef heart and bloodworms. So they're cleaning all that stuff up. I usually put the bloodworms in before I leave so they can go ahead and graze on that throughout the night.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, I told Jerry to be putting in the smaller pellets and some of these things.
Okay. All right, guys, we're here. It's Sunday. It's 3 o'clock, and you guys just told me to leave, and that sucks. But thank you for cooking breakfast this morning. That was amazing. It absolutely destroyed any work I wanted to do today. All I want to do is lay down and go to sleep now, but thank you. You guys have a nice trip home, and thanks for coming out, and appreciate you being here. And, oh, yeah, of course. And as you see, the fish are still going strong out there. They don't give a shit whether we come or go. They just want their food. All right, well, I come out front, and look at this little solar-powered thing. It's shooting up like 5 foot high. And definitely creating air in there. Doing a good job. Impressed me. Oh, I just stood in front of the thing, and it went down. Let me step back. There it goes. Let me walk forward. Oh, look how that works. That's so cool. It may be throwing it up too high. I feel wetness right here by the edge of the pond. So it may be taking the water down. Spreading it out. Blowing in the wind type thing, you know. Alright, guys. Sorry we didn't get to moving the cichlids like we started on this video, but when we went to do it, we found that a couple of them still had some ick left on them, so we got to leave them in there for another while until there's no sign of any ick left. I can't put that into our system, so. Oh yeah, the wind's blowing right at me now, and I'm feeling wetness all over my legs. So we're gonna have to like fold this in half and only have a small little, thing there. This is too much. It's shooting up too high. So eventually the pond will go lower. But all right, appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and until next week, or actually today's Monday. Josh's video come out Wednesday, and then you'll see me again Friday. So until Friday, stay fishy, my friends.